Hey everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. I'm Atanu Vadva and this is Rishabh. And today we are going to be focusing on the Manchester United Academy. So just before we begin, I'll just list down the latest news that has come in from the academy. Laurie Whitwell and Samuel Luckhurst have reported that Neil Ryan is moving from under 18s to assist Neil Woods under 23s. I think this is the correct move for Neil Ryan because we have seen how good he has been. He's obviously been given the likes of Charlie McNeil, Joe Hugill over the last summer and over the last season, and he's performed pretty well. And now the new under 18s coach is going to be Travis Binion, who was previously the head of player development for the under 14s and the under 16s. And there are plans being made for more flexibility between the under 23s and the under 18s. And a new recruitment that United did was Justin Cochrane, if I'm not wrong, and he'll be the key to this phase. And of course, Mark Dempsey has been given the permission, and he'll develop the players and the coaches with his footballing knowledge. And well, many people thought that all of this is happening because Manchester United are planning to make you know are planning to appoint the a new manager for the women's team from inside the club, but I don't think there is any valid candidate except Charlotte Healy, who's the under 21 coach for the women's team. So that's that. There are also news coming in that Derby County would be interested in taking Tiden Mengi back on loan. So I think that will be a perfect move for him, and we get the game time that he deserves. And of course, Nottingham Forest would be looking to get back James Garner. Personally, I don't want him to go back to Nottingham Forest. I want him to go for a PL loan move. So Rishabh, can you come in and just talk about James Garner, and do you think he should stay at United and fight for his spot in the first team, or do you think he should stay with the academy, or do you think he should go back on loan to Nottingham, or do you think he should go out on a loan in Premier League itself?
Initially, I wanted James Garner to stay, but now that we've been linked with the likes of Kamavinga, I think it'll be stupid to keep James Garner because it'll just be too many midfielders in the central midfield spot. So it's better uh, if we sign any midfielder that James Garner goes out on loan. Again, the Premier League move sounds like the right option, but it can always happen that he goes out to a Premier League club and they feel that he's not ready and they don't play him. So that just wastes another year of his career. And but if you send him to Nottingham Forest, you know that he's 99% going to be a regular starter. So it's hard to decide from the outside what is the right move for him. But I just say that let's see what happens.
But if you were Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or you were Neil Wood, what would you do?
If I am Ole, then I would first keep him for the preseason. That gives you a very good idea of whether he can do it in the Premier League or whether he still needs, some more experience in the Championship. So, if his preseason goes very well, then of course I think it's needless to say that Premier League clubs will be chasing after him anyways.
Yeah,
So,
I
it
think.
depends on his preseason.
Yeah, I think if Brighton do sell Yves Bissouma, I think James Garner would fit them perfectly. But at the same time, you made a valid point regarding the club there where he goes to, whether they think he'll start or not. That's a big thing. And these loan moves are basically for the betterment of the players so that they can get some game time in the first team. So let's see what happens. Yeah, you were right. Anything can happen at this point, but just to put in some fact about that, the point that you made regarding the preseason, Andreas Pereira always performs really well in the preseason, and then in the regular season, he's not performing up to that mark. But let's see what happens. So, Rishabh, moving on to a player that I really admire a lot. Of course, we all admire Charlie McNeil and Joe Hugill, but this is a player that has burst onto the scene in some context. He's 17 years old. He can play attacking midfielder, left wing, right wing, second striker, center forward. And I'm talking about Shola Shoretire, who's been given a professional contract this year, early this year, and he has made an appearance for the first team in the Europa League and the Premier League. So, Rishabh, what are your thoughts about Shola Shoretire and how he has burst onto the scene at such a young age?
Yeah, so actually, the first video that I made for the United Star, I was asked to name one player that I thought would definitely be a key player in years to come for United. And that time, Shola Shoretire was not at all well known. And that was the player I had picked. And now I think people are seeing why I picked him. Because I always knew that he would amount to something big because he made his Milk Cup debut at just 14 and even UEFA Youth Champions League debut at just 14, which is a record, and that's an amazing feat to achieve. And what he has done last season with the under 23s, it's not an easy task because he's just 17 years old and he's playing with a age group that's far away from his own. And he's also now almost at the fringe where he's training with the first team regularly, and he's almost just established himself as a first team player. But I think he's got a little bit to go in terms of being a regular in the first team, but he's definitely getting there. I think this season will be huge for him.
Yeah, and you brought in the age thing, and he when he was substituted in the Europa League, he became the youngest United player to make an appearance in a European competition at the age of 17 years and 23 days. I've just brought up a stat, and he beat the record which was set by Norman Whiteside 38 years ago. And the difference between Norman's age and his age at that time was 108 days when they made their debuts. So that's a good thing. And I really like that I've got someone who's a fan of Shola Shoretire, Shola Shoretire FC, because I rate him a lot. And I think just like Mason Greenwood burst onto the scene, at such a young age, he made a he came into the first team, and he's starting a lot. So I think Shola Shoretire will play a similar role, as in not a similar player, but he'll have a similar trajectory from the academy to the first team. I think the next Mason Greenwood that we'll see in the United team will be Shola Shoretire, and that's a big pressure on him from my side. But I think he's ready for that kind of exposure, because you see he made his debut for the under 23s at the age of 16 years, and then he made his debut for the first team at the age of 17 years. And whatever is happening at the first team since Sir Alex left, academy is one thing that United have managed to flourish since Sir Alex left, and I think no Tom, Dick, and Harry would come in and play for United at 17 years old if he's not good.
Yeah, obviously calling him the next Mason Greenwood is huge pressure because Mason Greenwood had a meteoric rise, uh, to say the least, because he was just getting recognition from the fans, and he was already making his debut against PSG, and then he made his first Premier League start against Cardiff, and then the next season, we all know what happened. He just exploded and scored 17 goals, which is amazing. His first full season in senior football, and he wasn't always starting, especially in the beginning of the season. He wasn't the one who was starting, and obviously, behind the scenes, he had a rift with Alexis Sanchez in training as well, and there was so many things that were happening, and he was making the bench for the beginning games, and then there was a period where Ole just dropped him back to the reserves uh, to give him a reality check. I think that really helped him, and in the second half of the season, obviously he was a crucial part of why we got Champions League football last season. I mean, for last season. And last season, he again he didn't have the best start, but he gathered himself. He kept the confidence, and the manager kept confidence in him. And he ended the season with 12 goals, which is an amazing follow-up season.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he has picked up some attributes from his mentor, I think, Edinson Cavani. The way Edinson Cavani, saved him from the players' rift that was happening. I think it was the AC Milan game when the opposition players were bullying Mason Greenwood, and then Edinson Cavani came in, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe the games
It
is
was the
different.
Roma game, I think.
Yeah, Roma game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's got a perfect role model. He's got a perfect mentor, and now Jadon Sancho has come in. So I think Mason Greenwood can perform well in his natural position, which is the striker. But moving on to Shola Shoretire, personally for me, whenever I watch him play, whenever I've seen him play, he gives me those Eden Hazard vibes when Eden Hazard was at Chelsea. You know, the low center of gravity, using your body perfectly, like Raheem Sterling did in this summer. You know, the perfect way, the body balance that someone uses to push the opposition player out. That is something that Shola Shoretire does very well. I think he's not the tallest player in whenever he starts, but so his defensive attribute in terms of his aerial ability is pretty poor. Like whenever you've got to, you're giving him a long ball and he has to head it, he won't win it. And also, while United are off the possession, like whenever they are defending, he needs to press a bit more. He just keeps standing there and making those dummy runs. Dummy runs aren't for defensive play; they are for offensive play, in my opinion. So he needs to improve in that pretext. But overall, you see, I called him as a attacking midfielder, a left winger, a right winger, a striker. He's a versatile player. So Rishabh, what are your thoughts about his position and how he plays, his playing style?
For versatility is obviously very helpful for a young player like him, because in the first team you can't just say that no, I want to play as a striker, or no, I will play at the wing, because whatever opportunity comes you want to grab it with both hands. And that's what happened with Mason Greenwood when he came in and he was asked to play on the right wing, and he just made that position his own. It's going to be the same way for most of the youngsters, because you can't just displace a regular first teamer for somebody who's not experienced and for somebody who's so young. So his versatility will be huge in terms of uh, accelerating his uh, status to a first team player.
Yeah, definitely. And he performs his passing, his dribbling, his finishing, his pace pretty well, and that's why I think he reminds me of Eden Hazard. He's also good on both his feet. He scored some very good goals. But one memorable game for me from Shola Shoretire has to be the last season for under 23s, when against Blackburn Rovers, when we were losing 4-2, and then Shola Shoretire, Amad Diallo, Harvey Neville, all these players said, okay, we have to step up. We were winning 2-1 and now we're losing 4-2. Now we've got to win it. And they came back from 4 goals behind, from 2 goals behind to score 4 goals and, win 6-4. And I think people would remember that game because Amad Diallo had 3 assists in that game. And just to give out a fact, all those 3 assists were to Shola Shoretire. So Shoretire scored a hat trick there, and Amad Diallo got 3 assists. And I think the duo of Shola and Ahmad did pretty well when Ahmad was playing for the under 23s. So that's something that people can look up to for the first team if both of them start someday.
Yeah, one video I remember that went viral from that Blackburn game was, Hannibal and Ahmad keeping the ball at the corner flag, just
It's
running
like
rings around that.
Rashford, Pogba, and Luke Shaw messing with the opposition players.
Exactly. And so, one thing our youngsters don't lack is confidence. And that's obviously a very delicate balance that they have to maintain between confidence and overconfidence, because we have seen so many youth players who have been so highly rated, way more highly rated than even say a Mason Greenwood or Rashford, and they've failed, just utterly crumbled. So it's up to the players to show their mentality, to show what they're made of.
Yeah, definitely. So, Rishabh, one last question that I would ask you, or we can discuss it freely. What do you think of Shola Shoretire in terms of his future at United? Do you think he'll stay with the first team? Just flexibility between the first team and the under 23s this season, or will he go out on loan?
A loan looks unlikely for me, at least this season. So I expect him to play a similar role to last season, maybe just a little more towards the first team, and making the squads for a couple of cup games, and maybe even getting a few appearances here and there. And hopefully he gets to notch his first goals and get his first assist in a United shirt as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think with Marcus Rashford, it's reported that Marcus Rashford would get a surgery next week, so he'll be out for a couple of games. Maybe Shola Shoretire makes the match day squad and be on the bench. Who knows? So Rishabh, how would you rate him out of 10 if you had to rate him on the basis of his last season?
On the basis of a season for the under 23s, I'd say 7.5 or an 8, because if you compare him to say like a Mason Greenwood, like you said earlier, Mason Greenwood, when he broke into the under 20 to the senior team, he was tearing it up in the under 23s. He had more goals than games he played in. So Shola is not up to that level, but he's definitely younger, and he'll get there in my opinion. So his last season was a 7.5 and an 8, and I think he has huge potential. So it doesn't matter if his last season wasn't the best, because often players don't do as well in youth teams as they do in senior teams. It happens a lot. So that could be quite possibly what happens with him.
Yeah, definitely. So here's the news for the viewers as well. Academy's pre-season training has also begun. Jack Kingdon, who made his debut for the under 23s and became the youngest player to do so, I think, if I'm not wrong. No, I don't know. He was very young in the last game or the second last game for under 23s. He's 15. So Jack Kingdon has posted a photograph on Twitter as well, confirming the news that Academy's pre-season has begun. And we've seen the likes of Joe Hugel, Shola Shoretire, Ethan Galbraith, Dylan Levitt, James Garner, Ethan Lade, Tayden Mengi, Deshaun Bernard, Will Fish, training with the first team for the preseason, and I hope they play some role in the upcoming first team preseason friendlies. So thank you guys for tuning in. We are the United Star. Do follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Do check us out our YouTube, and make sure to give us a subscribe, and press on the bell icon, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.